Tanzania has an abundance of mineral resources, many of which are yet to be discovered, whereby she urged local and foreign investors to enter into joint mineral extraction ventures with the government. Vice President Samia Suluhu Hassan made the call in Dar es Salaam at the third Mineral and Investment Forum.
Tunawakaribisha nyote mje kuwekeza na muendelee kuwekeza kwenye sekta ya madini.
We welcome you all to come and invest and continue to invest in the mineral sector. There are still a lot of areas in our country with big treasures of minerals which have not even been touched. Through the government, we can form a partnership with investors and excavate and trade in minerals.
Mahusiano yetu na sekta binafsi ni lazima yawe kirafiki, mahusiano yawe ya kikuleana.
Our relationship with the private sector must be friendly, one that supports one another. But those few who want to take us back, we must deal with them one by one instead of seeing them all as offenders.
As part of us taking back Acacia, we inherited mines that were in really bad shape. We have now improved the understanding of ore bodies and reviewed the mining methods and revised the plans.
Ni kwamba mawazo ambayo sisi tulipeleka Mheshimiwa Rais mwaka 2019 sasa yamefanywa kazi.
Proposals we presented to Honorable President in 2019 have been implemented, and miners dream to have a Miners Day is going to take place.
Inaenda kutokea.
More than 60 households in Mgumile Street, Kigoma Ujiji Municipal have become homeless after their houses were destroyed, with several others engulfed by rainwater for more than a year now due to increasing levels of water on Lake Tanganyika. The situation has caused the residents to use canoes to access various social services.
Wananchi tuko tunahangaika kiasi kikubwa sana, hatuna makazi.
We have no accommodation. A lot of houses have collapsed. We're forced to lay logs on ground which help us get to bed. If you take off your sleepers, you find them in the living room. We're asking to be assisted with tents. Our houses have collapsed. I have no home. I'm not sure about the future. I'm looking for a piece of land where I can stay for now. 60 homesteads have been affected and 600 people, so they are regrouping to put up new houses.
The former governor of the Central Bank of Tanzania, Professor Beno Ndulu, who held the position from 2008 to 2018, has died in Dar es Salaam. Professor Beno Ndulu has been receiving medical treatment at Herbert Kairuki Hospital in Mikocheni before his passing. Professor Beno Ndulu was born on January 23, 1950, whereby during his life, among other positions, he has taught at the University of Dar es Salaam, worked at the World Bank, and written several articles on challenges of economic growth in Africa. Financial journalists have said they will continue to commemorate the late Professor Beno Ndulu on the role he played in developing financial journalism.
Alikuwa ni Professor Beno Ndulu.
We are saddened that today, as we commence the 7th seminar, sadly we received news of his passing. This has also saddened reporters.
Kama former governor, Professor Beno Ndulu amefariki dunia.
The moment he became governor, he started these seminars 7 years ago, and he officially opened the first seminar and assured us that it was going to be progressive.
Kwa kiwango kikubwa, Benki Kuu ya Tanzania inaridhika.
To a large extent, BOT is satisfied with how information on financial matters and the economy is conveyed. BOT recognizes that media outlets are faced by various challenges that need to be addressed often.
Kwa kina, taarifa mbalimbali za uchumi zinazotolewa na Benki Kuu pamoja na taasisi nyingine za fedha.
May his soul rest in peace. Amen. Now, moving on, shop owners and commuter bus owners in Songea Municipal Ruvuma region today went on strike to pressurize the government to address their challenges that include closing of some bus stations, a situation they claim has given a negative impact on their businesses. The mayor of Songea Municipal and district commissioner have said the strike is illegal.
Tuache siku tatu tuendelee na kazi. Tukikaa hizi siku tatu, siku ya nne bado hatujasikiliza kilio chetu hiki ambacho tunalia kwa pamoja ili kunusuru biashara zetu.
We've not been listened. In order to save our business, we're going on leave. I'm instructing all business operators in retail and transportation to go back to business within 24 hours.
Utafiti wangu unaonyesha kwamba biashara zinaenda kama kawaida kwa sababu kipindi chote cha kifupi.
Research shows that businesses have been open and most here deal with farm implements, and during the rain season majority of the people in Songea engage in agriculture.
A hailstorm has wreaked havoc in Mpanda Municipal Katavi region, causing 17 households to become homeless after their houses were destroyed. The storm also caused massive destruction of crops.
There were strong winds accompanied by lightning, followed by hailstorm. At 6 a.m. I found out my house had been unroofed. I'm living under very difficult condition. There was hailstorm and wind. All of a sudden my house was unroofed.
Na hii imepelekea kwa kuwa nyumba zinazojengwa zilizo nyingi katika eneo letu.
One major challenge is a lot of houses are not strong and there are not enough trees in this area.
Kuna mzee wetu ana zaidi ya miaka 80.
There is an old gentleman of more than 80 years. His entire house has been unroofed. I've decided to help him quickly and I've donated 600,000 to help restore his house.
Lakini wapo wengine hao ambapo watoto wamekwenda kwa majirani walau kuchangia chakula.
The Minister of Finance and Planning in Zanzibar, Jamal Kasim, has told members of the Council of Representatives that the 8th phase government will change all its tax collection systems in order to address challenges facing business people. We are calling on the minister in charge to give further explanations regarding what construction will be done. What is the government's plan in reducing tax since the traders are of small scale? Honorable Minister, there is need for more supervision because most of Zanzibaris are depending on seaweed for survival. The Ministry of Health, Community Development, Gender, the Elderly and Children has called on leaders in the health sector from central regions to be in the forefront in providing education and allaying fears among Tanzanians on COVID-19. Now speaking in Dodoma, the Director of Prevention from the Ministry of Health, Dr. Leonard Subi, also urged Tanzanians to go to hospital when they see symptoms of the virus.
Lakini tunaona pia kwamba watu wanaofanya mazoezi.
We have seen people who are doing exercises, eat balanced diet, and those who listen to directives given by the Ministry of Health, like washing hands with running water and soap. These are things that I want people to be very serious with, because washing hands is the golden standard of controlling spread of the disease.
Unawaji wa mikono ndio gold standard ya kupunguza maambukizi ya maradhi haya.
President Dr. John Magufuli is expected to start a 3-day tour of Dar es Salaam from 24th to 26th of this month on various strategic projects. Among the projects include inauguration of Mbezi Luis Bus Terminal, laying of the foundation stone of Kisutu Market, and inauguration of Jitegemee Mnazi Mmoja building.
Anatarajia kuwa na ziara ya kikazi katika mkoa wetu wa Dar es Salaam.
He is expected to be on work tour in Dar es Salaam region from Wednesday the 24th to Friday the 26th February this year. During this work tour, Honorable President will engage in various activities on the 24th of February this year. On Wednesday, Honorable President is expected to officially open Ubungo Bridge, known as Ubungo Interchange.
Na shughuli hii inatarajiwa kufanyika kuanzia saa 3:30 asubuhi.
And that is the end of national news. International news follows next. And in international news, Italy's ambassador to Democratic Republic of Congo, Luca Attanasio, and a military policeman traveling with him have been killed in an attack on a United Nations convoy in eastern DRC. A statement released by the Italian Foreign Ministry said the convoy was attacked during an attempted kidnap by assailants near the town of Kanyamahoro, a few kilometers north of the capital Goma. No group has claimed responsibility for the deadly attacks so far. Ugandan opposition leader Robert Kyagulanyi, known by his musician name Bobi Wine, says he is withdrawing a court case challenging presidential election results that handed victory to incumbent President Yoweri Museveni, alleging a bias by Supreme Court justices hearing the case. Now, Bobi Wine rejected the results of the January presidential election, claiming victory was stolen from him. He had asked the court to overturn the results on several grounds, including the widespread use of violence. Tanzania's envoy in Kenya and United Nations representative Dr. John Simbachawene has insisted that Tanzania is adhering to COVID-19 health guidelines from the World Health Organization, as well as those from the Ministry of Health in Tanzania. Ambassador Simbachawene made the statement in Kenya's capital, Nairobi.
Nyingine duniani imekuwa ikichukua hatua mbalimbali katika kupambana na ugonjwa wa corona. Ili kwa kufuata taratibu, kanuni na masharti ya wataalamu wa afya. Baadhi ya hatua ambazo tumekuwa tukichukua kama nchi ni pamoja na watu kunawa mikono kwa maji ya kutiririka na matumizi ya sanitizer.
That is the end of international news. Business news follows shortly.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
We believe that the driver is the customer.
To change the mindset of traditional HR to the digitalization.
Make sure that everybody can get some access to financial services.
And once we understand the vision of our leaders, we then need to be behind them and help them in achieving that vision.
Business have involved mercantile operations, trade guilds, or shared agricultural production, infrastructure, construction, financial sectors, tourism, and mining. Business Edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
And in business news tonight, NMB Bank has launched a Save and Win campaign worth more than 500 million shillings, where more than 3 million customers in the country will have the opportunity to win various prizes such as cars and cash.
Kutakuwa na zawadi za zile tunaita pikipiki za.
There will be cash prizes, tricycles, cargo vehicles, which are useful to entrepreneurs.
Sababu sisi ni benki inayojali na tuko kwa ajili ya Watanzania wote.
The bank is here to serve all Tanzanians. The campaign is not only for giving back to the community, but it is a move of supporting Tanzanians, especially entrepreneurs who will participate in this project. Tanzania Association of Accountants, TAA, has said that lack of information on financial management and unproductive investment has contributed to loss of resources and poor development of businesses. Most of our businesses are stagnant because many people invest in projects that are non-beneficial. That is why we are calling on Tanzanians to make terms with auditors. We are calling on people to show up in events that we are going to give tax consultation and business consultations, because there has been a tendency of poor attendance of traders in such events, which are formed for them to learn how to operate their businesses professionally. Entrepreneurs in Njombe region have commended the taxpayer education campaign being implemented nationwide by Tanzania Revenue Authority, TRA, saying it has enabled them to understand the importance of record keeping as well as improve relations with revenue officers.
Kusisitiza ni kwamba wafanyabiashara waendelee na moyo huo.
Traders should continue with the spirit of paying taxes voluntarily, because tax is used in our country's development. And that is the end of business news. Sports news follows shortly after the break. We'll be right back.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment of going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment of going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through to second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Opposition, Marquinhos, he did lose to Lent.
And in sports news, ex-Simba Sports Club Dylan Kerr has said a team stand a good chance to beat Al Ahly in their Group A match in the CAF Champions League tomorrow.
Ex-Simba coach Kerr, who is currently based in South Africa, has said that Al Ahly are a very beatable side and Simba could easily carry the day if they prevent them from scoring and use their chances. Kerr, who handled Simba during the 2015-2016 season, has also singled out the club's fans as the ones who will drive the team to victory against Al Ahly. In the 2019 season, Simba and Al Ahly met in the group stage of the same competition, with Al Ahly winning the game played in Cairo 5-0 before Simba recovered at home to win 1-0 courtesy of a Mehdi Kagere goal.
Namungo FC have made a huge stride towards the CAF Confederation Cup group stage after winning the first leg of their final preliminary round against Primeiro de Agosto 6-2 at Azam Complex in Chamazi, Dar es Salaam. Here's the report.
The visitors scored their goals through Hashim Manyaya, Sixtus Sabilo, Leriant Lusajo, Stephen Say and Eric Quizera, while their hosts scored their 2 goals courtesy of Brian Moyo and Mongo Bokamba. Prior to the game, the authorities had indicated 5 Diagosto players had tested COVID-19 positive, and as a result, they had to be omitted from the match-day squad. Despite the changes, it was the hosts who managed to score first. Namungo considered a penalty in the 11th minute that was taken by Herenison Cormo. However, goalkeeper Jonathan saved it only for Brian Moyo to score from the rebound. Namungo will now host their opponents at the same venue on Thursday, hoping to advance.
Jonathan Woodgate will take charge of Bournemouth until the end of the season after the Championship club failed to rise Thierry Henry from Montreal. Here are more details.
Woodgate was put in caretaker charge following the sacking of Jason Tindall, but was not formally interviewed. Henry, David Weiner and Patrick Vieira made Bournemouth's final shortlist of candidates, but Woodgate has sufficiently impressed the club's hierarchy to continue in the role on a short-term basis. Bournemouth had maintained they were searching for an external candidate, and this week sought permission from Montreal of Major League Soccer to speak with Henry regarding the vacancy, but decided against pursuing the former Arsenal striker and have now concluded the recruitment process. In a statement, Bournemouth said they have been impressed with Woodgate's professionalism and leadership since taking interim charge earlier this month.
Thomas Tuchel has held talks with Callum Hudson-Odoi after his controversial decision to sub the player on and off in Chelsea's 1-1 draw away at Southampton. Here's the story.
The highly rated Stamford Bridge Academy graduate was asked to provide inspiration when introduced in place of Tammy Abraham at the interval. He was withdrawn just half an hour later, with Tuchel questioning the 20-year-old's attitude when explaining his decision. The Chelsea boss now claims to have cleared the air with Hudson-Odoi, telling the Blues official website, "It is not a big thing at all for me. I've spoken to Colin and I've spoken to the whole group. Sometimes these things happen in football and it was just my decision."
And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer insists the title race isn't done after Manchester United saw off Newcastle at Old Trafford last night. Here's more on the story.
United moved back up to second in the Premier League standings by beating Newcastle 3-1 thanks to goals from Marcus Rashford, Daniel James and Bruno Fernandes. That result came after Manchester City bet Arsenal 1-0 to extend their lead at the summit to 10 points, but Solskjaer doesn't believe that the domestic crown is completely out of his team's reach. United started slowly against a Newcastle outfit fighting for survival and struggled to find a way through their stubborn regard while conceding a number of clear-cut chances at the other end of the pitch.
And that sports item ends our news bulletin for tonight. My name is Khadija Zimbo. Thank you for watching and good night.
You can watch Capital News live on our social media accounts, YouTube Capital TV and Facebook Capital Television Tanzania from Monday to Friday at 9:30 p.m. Don't forget to subscribe and put notification on.
There are very many international organizations in the country.
Governments